Hi, this is Poems of the Apocalypse, and my name's Martin, and I've got your 3 poems for you today. Now, the first 2 were all about me, and the reason Gate is in the title of both is because my employer interrogated me and instigated an investigation for both. So here's the first one. Flygate. I was getting ready for work when I acted like a jerk. In the kitchen was a fly, and I cannot answer why. And in my attempt to swat, a carving knife is what I got. Thinking I was doing martial art, waving carving knife, I did start. Thinking I was a ninja, I would soon become a whinger. My kendo was going down, I was being quite a clown. In my attempts to slice, I missed it once or twice. In my attempts to throttle the pesky, buzzy blue bottle, he must have thought me funny. If he'd bet, he could have made money. I became quite frustrated, quite uncoordinated. I was a lot like that at the time. The blade that I was waving, buzzy enemy, misbehaving. I began slicing faster, would prove I was the master. Then with my last try, stab myself right in the thigh. Not sure why left leg did bend, made a home for pointy end. In the thick part of my thigh, disabled by a fly. Fly was then forgotten, my leg, well, it felt rotten. You might call me a shirker, but that day I wasn't a worker. Boss thought I was a prick when I phoned in to say was sick. And that's the reason why I don't try to kill a fly. Now with cardboard and a glass, I just evict his arse. That was a true story, explaining to my boss how I'd stabbed myself trying to kill a fly. And I was only off for the one day. It was just a short slice. Luckily, the carving knife didn't go in too far. Right, the next one you might find even funnier is Knickergate. Back in the day, I was often late. When I went to work, here is Knickergate. When it came to fashion, I was short of underwear. My panties I did ration. My pants, they were quite rare. Not enough for a week, not enough pairs for me. A rationed knicker freak, pants, I just had 3. So I would wash just 2, while I wore just 1. I dried them, like you do, out there in the sun. There is some now, probably won't last long. But there was a time when it wasn't sunny, so no good on the line, it wasn't very funny. So to get them dry, and time for me would save, this is not a lie, I'd use the microwave. I thought that I was smart, I thought that I was clever, drying in seconds an art, but smart I wasn't ever. Then along came the day when I was quite late. Flatmate got in the way, distracted by flatmate. I popped knickers in for a minute. Each few seconds I would check. Once steam had stopped, I'd win it. But on this day I did neglect. Not sure what did me distract. Would not want to be a liar. Left too long, it was a fact. Got there and pants on fire. After damping out the flame, getting rid of all the smoke, freshly cleaned ones did the same. It wasn't thought a joke. My bossy wasn't happy, made me late over an hour. He made my day quite crappy. He was a little sour. But he never forgot, and often on his rants, if not arriving on the dot, remind me of when I burnt my pants. True story. Phoning to say, I'm going to be late, I've set my knickers on fire. One of my more original excuses, for sure. Right, and the lastest one, on a slightly more serious note, mass media. Whether social media, or it be the news, even encyclopedia, designed to shape your views, by sowing division, by blaming one another, really is their mission, so the small man can't recover. Like with the sex offender, rather than just blame him, they'll blame a whole gender. Their agenda is quite grim, and they quite often name a nationality as well, which is also dodgy. A rapist is a rapist, doesn't matter where they come from. They highlight what is different instead of what's the same. Utilising the ignorant is quite a nasty game. They hide what is uniting, promote what is divisive. They want us to see us fighting, want us indecisive. Deflecting from the cause, hiding the main reason, using a Trojan horse. Some say it is treason. Some. Blaming rival gangs while they let it happen. Like vampires blaming fangs while on your blood they fatten. Like blaming immigration for the domestic struggle while bombing every nation, blaming it on the muggle. The people doing bombing are keeping us in slavery. Humanity, they're wronging. Uniting would be bravery. You leaders of all lands are all in the same club. Control should be wrestled from their hands. Their division we should snub. No, we are all one, humans being self. So shine bright like the sun. Keep that. It's gone now. For better, far better for our health. So we should be naming ones that want control. Their actions will be shaming. Unity is our goal. How we're different, let's be proud. But no, we're all the same. Shout similarities out loud. Unification is our aim. My aim, actually. And yours. It should be yours. Love you guys. Thank you very much. Back soon. Bye.